Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews, where today we're looking at a 1993 Ocean Yachts 42 Super Sport. This is like buying two boats in one. On one hand you've got a very capable offshore fishing boat, but on the other hand you've got luxury accommodation in the inside, making it perfect for families and also for extended cruising as well. This yacht is priced to sell at $140,000. This yacht is in need of some cosmetic work, but I did not find any signs of anything structural or mechanical that needs done to the boat. As you can see, as we get up here, you have got a very spacious aft cockpit for fishing with a fighting chair. You see the outriggers. And one of the features of this yacht that I really liked, which you don't see in many sports fishers, is you've got solid grab rails and handrails to get through to the bow area. There's a lot of these boats, they don't have any sort of handholds, and it always makes it more difficult getting to the bow, especially in rough weather. But as you can see here, the handrails run right down the side of the windows, and you've also got the guardrails on the other side as well. Once you make your way up to the bow, you see we've got the windlass here, and we also have the life raft mounted on the deck in the front, as well as having good baskets for holding the fenders to keep those out the way when they're not needed. And as we make our way back towards the stern, again you can see the outriggers that's been installed on this, allowing you to go trawling offshore. And again you can see we've got the spacious aft cockpit here with a fine chair in the middle. The woodwork you can see around the cockpit, it looks like it needs to be treated. Some sort of varnish or stain, bring that back up, but everything looks like it was perfectly intact. And as I mentioned, it's all mainly cosmetic work. The hull could do with getting polished, pressure washed, things like that. But everything that you see here is ready and good to go. Over here at your bait station, you've got plenty of room for either getting your bait ready or perhaps for cleaning out the fish that you do actually catch. And underneath here, those storage cabinets, which I like the fact that there's as much storage out here, so that if you were out fishing you don't have to go inside the boat, especially if you've got wet shoes or things like that. You can keep it separate from the inside accommodation. And as you pan round the cockpit, you can see all the rod holders that we've got. I believe there's something like 8 on the cockpit itself, and then we've got also the rocket launchers on the flybridge. And the transom does have an opening door, and this just allows it much easier for bringing in larger catch. And if you ever wanted to use this boat for swimming and diving and things, it's also a great way for getting in and out of the water as well. I like the fact that this locked into place, so if you did have young kids and family on board, you don't need to worry about that. And on the starboard side, we also have got engine controls, so whenever you're fishing you can back up to the fish and you can follow the fish, and also it comes in handy for when you're docking as well. And under the deck here, you'll see we've got different live well tanks for both bait, and depending on what you're fishing for, you can use it for keeping the fish in there as well. There's 3 access hatches in total. As you moved into the accommodation area, I was impressed with how comfortable this area looks. It's all air conditioned as well. I like the fact it's got a solid grab rail down the centre of the ceiling, so if you were out in rough seas, you've always got something to hold on to. It's very, very bright and airy in here. It's got very big windows, even though the forward section doesn't have like a windscreen. You've got a television to the side, and then you've got your galley here. The galley's got everything you could possibly need for weekend fishing trips. You've got the stove top here. There's also a microwave and a cabinet. There's plenty of fridge freezers in here as well. And you've got storage, and I like the fact that if you look, you'll see that the plates and glasses and things like that, they're all held in place, so that if you are out in offshore weather, you don't need to worry about things falling and breaking. There's plenty of storage cabinets here for keeping your food and beverage, as well as cleaning material and things like that. So we move forward, that's where you'll find the accommodation area. To starboard we've got a guest cabin, and this actually it's like a twin berth that goes underneath, so that extends further out than the camera shows. And then you've also got a smaller berth on top if you want to use that as well, with plenty of storage drawers and cabinets for your personal belongings. Moving forward, you've got the owner's stateroom. We've got a double berth on the island here, plenty of access either side. Again, there's storage cabinets or hanging lockers. You get different drawers and things like that. And this isn't quite an ensuite cabin, but it's got access to the main heads from the owner's cabin, as well as from the main corridor as well. And this has got a toilet, shower, wash hand basin, and this actually has a vacuum flush head system as well. And then in the main saloon area, underneath the main sofa, this actually lifts up, and it's where all the rod holders are, and these are locked in place, so again nothing gets damaged while you're out at sea. As I said, this could do with cosmetic cleaning, but I never saw anything major structural that looked like it needed replaced. And if we head up to the flybridge, this is where the main helm is. It's got a seating area in front of the helm, because the helm's actually pretty far back on the flybridge, and this gives you a great viewpoint over the aft cockpit, and obviously where you're going to be fishing, so that you can keep an eye on everything. In terms of electronics, we've got an autopilot, we've got Furuno radar, 64-mile range. It's got a Garmin chart plotter with touchscreen. There's two VHF radios. There's a Garmin one and there's an ICOM one. And it's also got Sirius XFM stereo as well. The flybridge has got a lot of strong handholds. So if you were up here, whether it's family and friends, they're going to feel very safe and secure. And these canopies, they can remain in place, or they can easily be removed if you wanted additional air and ventilation, things like that. And as to the mechanicals of this boat, it's been well maintained. These engines were rebuilt approximately 200 hours ago. They've only got somewhere around 1600 hours on the clock, and the owner was able to show me all the different maintenance records that he has on there. And you're looking at a pair of Detroit diesel engines here. They've got 485 horsepower each, so you're looking at just under 1000 horsepower total. And the owner, when he's using the boat, he cruises at high teens, somewhere around 18-19 knots, and in the right conditions you can get somewhere probably around 23-24 knots flat out with it. As to the range of the boat, the owner is taking the boat 60 miles offshore and then spends a day trawling, and then 60 miles back in, and then he's still got about a quarter of a tank left. So we think you're looking somewhere around the 250-300 mile mark on a full tank at cruising speed. We also have an 8 kilowatt on-end generator with Cummins power. There's underwater lighting on this boat, and we've also got air conditioning system as well. I'd like to thank Grand Slam Yacht Sales for arranging this viewing. I'd like to thank the owner for taking the time to meet with me and walk through the boat and provide all the details. And I'd also like to thank you for your time and watching this video, and I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.